Welcome to Endurance Noise Live. It is Thursday, 8/13/2020. And in today's news, some big news on the Circumpolar race around the world does not relieve you of the time pressure. So taking time off of the time limit is what Laz is doing. It was going to be a 16 months, and then you had to be done. But now you can take longer. He's going to have the Magellan Buckle. And if you complete the whole trip, with your team or teams in less than 12 months, you'll get a gold buckle. If you beat 16 months, you get a silver buckle, and over 16 months, you get a medal. And it says over 16 months is only the medal. The corresponding marks for multisports are 8 months and 12 months, meaning you can swim, ride, or bike. Your clock starts the first day your team logs miles. There is the day you get your first passport stamp to enter Mexico, and it's the same day that you start trekking. Are these hard targets? Yes. Not everyone will be able to wear a gold buckle or a silver one. I don't think anyone will be hanging their heads in shame over a medal. But if it was easy, what would be the point? I've got a team, and actually it's a team of one, and I'm not really sure. I don't really want to have teammates. I think I'm just going to try and do it on my own. And now this is really good news, so I can just see how long it's going to take me to do the circumpolar race around the world. So that starts September 1st. I'm almost completed the BAT in the Great Virtual Race across Tennessee. Did the first part, and now I'm heading back. I think it took me 55 days to go the first 1,000K, and it should be a little less. I think I'm going to finish up about 3 or 4 days here. In fact, my wife, aka the Weasel, is actually talking about doing the California Challenge, where you go to Tahoe. She'd have to do about 26 miles a week, and so we're considering her doing that. So pretty exciting for that. Some cross-country news. Saw this cross country and all these athletic teams lately. If you've been on the internet, been able to watch some competition. They're doing kind of inter squad meets and setting some records. We had an American record in the 4x1500, American records in the 5,000, Canadian records. And so Ben Rosario, who coaches NAS Elite, says, I'm a big believer in getting rid of pecking order on teams, whether it's high school cross country or a pro team like NAS Elite. Example, this summer, Hot Paquettes, Kellen Teller, and Stefan Rothstein have raced 3 times with different order finish each time. Every day is a new day. And that's definitely good. I know when I was coaching, the pecking order definitely gets, established in high school and even with my Beggars of Distance project. And you need to kind of mix it up and not always have just, the top dog, because a lot of times the kids or people below them think that they're not good, and they really are. Guy I often retweet, Steve Magnus, says, to me, being an optimist doesn't mean you deny reality and see everything as cheerful and positive. It means you see and acknowledge reality. You see the adversity, the bad times, the struggle, but you assume they are temporary and or fixable. And yeah, I think a lot of people probably think of me as Demi Downer, glass half empty, not half full. But no, I just kind of don't shield myself from reality. Steve Magnus also tweeted out, uncertainty is an emotional amplifier. Takes small stressors and makes them seem overwhelming. While we can't control the big things right now, it helps Steve find even the smallest of things which you can. And that's definitely true. Take care of the stuff you can, and the other stuff, don't worry about it so much, or water off your back. Speaking of some competitions, there's going to be a large race this weekend. Fast Women tweeted that Saturday's Music City Distance Carnival will be the largest pro-level distance-focused track meet in the U.S. since the pandemic began. COVID testing is required for all test competitors. The meet will be streamed on YouTube, and the schedule entries are at the link that they put here. These show notes, if you become a patron of mine, you can check out. That's kind of some of the special privileges of being a patron. It's only $3 a month to be a super fan, and there'll be links in the show notes if you so desire. Wanted to finish up this live event. Not a lot going on, but and I'm going to destroy this man's name. Sorry, it's kind of interesting. I was listening to a podcast. It was Dan Carlin, great, hardcore history, and the guy was doing an interview with him. Said, never make fun of people who mispronounce words. And Carlin's like, well, why is that? And he goes, well, it's because that means they've been reading. So because if you are talking or listening to somebody, you get the pronunciation. Of course, myself, I have kind of this oral dyslexia where I don't hear things really well, but definitely reading. But even if people read out this guy's name, and this is an article from Let's Run, which will be a link in the show notes if you're on my Patreon page, and the guys on Let's Run definitely butchered the heck out of names too. But I can get the first name right. Joshua Cheptegei is going for the 5,000 world record in Monaco. Can he break it? And he basically says, if you can't win medals, the only thing you can do is go for world records. And so he is flying to Monaco. He's from Uganda. And it's been definitely a long journey, complicated even more with the global pandemic. And it says that it was, he started on Friday with a 7-hour drive from his training grounds to the capital, Kampala, in Uganda. Did a workout, and then they had an official ceremony with the Ugandan First Lady. They have a First Lady. Saturday evening, they boarded a charter Uganda flight to Nairobi, and which was organized by the president, since Uganda's borders are close for regular travel. And then they ended up taking Turkish Airlines and then a 22-hour layover on Monday. And then they flew to Nice and then took a shuttle from Nice to Monaco. And I've got to spend time in Nice a long, long time ago. Beautiful city. We took a night train from Paris and ended up in Nice. And so the poor guy ended up getting to the hotel in Monaco on Monday afternoon. So he left Friday morning and traveled 80 hours. Not the best thing in the world to do, but he says there's easy ways to get to Europe, his manager said, but the virus situation is everything. So, he's basically was hoping for the Olympics. He was the world champ last year. I remember watching that, really thrilling stuff. And so it says he ran 12:51 in February to break the 5K world record in Monaco. I remember watching that. It was kind of, I think a lot of it was on the Monaco Grand Prix course, and it was definitely pretty cool to watch that. 12:51 is pretty good. So he was slated to run the Marathon World Championships, but that didn't happen. So on Friday, which will be tomorrow, he's going to go after Kenenisa Bekele's 12:37:35 world record, which has stood since 2004, 16 years. That's pretty amazing. In fact, no one's came within 5 seconds of it. Joshua's personal time is only 12:57, which he did last year in a Diamond League in Zurich. And that doesn't even crack the 200 times in history. He's the 73rd fastest. But his training camp thinks he can do 12:51, that if he could do 12:51 solo on the streets, he's better. He's in great shape. And so they will be having definitely pacers and all that kind of stuff. So they kind of break it down. Let's run really good. And they talk about, first of all, let's put the 12:37:35 in context because it's phenomenally fast. That's 403.7 miles back to back to back, plus another 182 meters. That's a 7:34:41, which is for 3,000, which is faster than Americans Ben True and Magentine Cap, or even Egan Jager, who's our really good steeplechaser. So should be interesting. It says the bad news. Let's see, as his personal records aren't that good, but there's a case to be made that he isn't that far off Achilles' fitness in 2004. The good news is that he's run pretty fast on the roads, and so we shall see. Says last year that Cheptegei became just the second man in history to win a world cross country champion or worlds on the track. The only other guy to do it, the man he's trying to break the record from. So it should be exciting. Hopefully I can find it on the internet and watch it live possibly. And so that's Endurance Noise Live for August 13th, 2020. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you would. And if you got any questions or concerns or want to just get a hold of me, I am Andy Noise on almost all social medias. So as always, stay healthy, be boring, not epic.